What's up guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Hannah. Today's workout is a full body barbell only workout. So all you need is a barbell and a squat rack and possibly a bench. It's really good for those days where you're at the gym and so is everyone else and they're just all sweaty and gross and you don't want to be hopping around from machine to machine. So just pick up a barbell, head to a squat rack, you'll be solid. So this video is really focused on getting the right movements down, getting the proper form. That comes first way before any weight, so you'll notice I'm not lifting a ton of weight because it truly is just a beginner's barbell only workout. Also, it's going to be in the form of 8 to 12 reps for about 3 rounds. So each exercise, which there are 5, you'll do 8 to 12 times, repeat it 3 times. It's not as intense. It's definitely a more focusing on the movement and the mind to muscle connection and each contraction. You want to make the most out of this because it really is only 5 movements, but it kicked my butt. I was sore for days. My friend who did it with me was sore for days. So if we're doing it right, it's going to be a killer workout. And I believe in you. I believe that you'll do it right. And I believe you'll get it done. All right. Well, if you're ready, I'm ready, and let's get into this video. If you like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on all my social media, and yeah, good luck, have fun, and thanks for watching. All right guys, starting out with some back squats. This entire workout is composed of compound movements, which just means they're engaging more than just one muscle group, which I find super efficient, and I like to do these workouts at least once a week in this hypertrophy style type of training. So back squats. Some key pointers here. It helps to have a bit of a wider stance, especially if you're not as flexible. Make sure you engage your core the entire time. That's really gonna help alleviate some lower back pain. And when you come up from your squat, make sure you're pushing more with your legs as opposed to standing up with your back. That will also help alleviate some back pain. I know that is pretty much the #1 reason why people don't back squat is because they just complain that it hurts their back, and so they go for some other form of squat machine. But either way, I just encourage everyone to begin working on their squat form. It's really beneficial all around once you can get it down, and I've still been working on mine for a good almost 2 years now, and I'm nowhere near perfect, but as you can see, oh gosh. Anyway, nowhere near perfect, but definitely working on it. All right, so after 3 sets of back squats, we're doing 3 sets of sumo deadlifts. Now again, form is so super important. That is why I truly just don't lift a lot, because I want to focus on the form. Once you get the form down, you can get that mind to muscle connection, and it's not as important how much you lift, but how you're lifting. So for this guy, you'll see me like set the weight down and kind of do a little booty pop. It helps me think, okay, so I need to engage my core, make sure that I'm hinging at my hips and not simply just pulling up with my back. That is exactly how people strain their backs. So when you set it down, engage that core, push through your heels. And this cue really helped me. It is tuck your lats in your back pocket. If you kind of flex your upper back and then flex your core, it is so much easier to lift the weight without using your lower back. And while this is a hip dominant movement, meaning that is the main muscle group you're using, it's still a compound movement because you are using your core, your back, your arms. If you'll see, when you do deadlifts, your delts usually pop out. It's a full body movement, and truly it's one of the best just full body exercises you can do for yourself. Once we are done with that, we're moving straight into overhead barbell presses. Now, it has taken me a while to be able to just lift this stinking bar over my head, guys. Again, I don't lift a lot because I truly just focus on form. And when I focus on form, I feel like I get a heck of a workout. I'm dripping sweat, I'm out of breath. So that's what I want you guys to focus on for this. I also modified because it wasn't just me doing this workout. I wanted to make sure everyone would be able to do this workout, and I know not everyone can lift the bar over their head. So if that's what it comes down to, definitely choose a plate, maybe some dumbbells. I know this is supposed to be a barbell only workout, but again, not everyone can do that, and that's okay. Alrighty, now after 3 sets of the overhead presses, we're moving right into 3 sets of bent over rows. Now again, I don't lift a lot of weight. I truly believe that form comes before weight. If you can perform the exercise correctly at a lower weight and still get a good workout, then the weight is weight is a privilege. It really is. You have to learn the movement first and then start adding them on. So for bent over rows, we want to make sure that we're hinged at our hip so that we're at a slight 90-degree-ish angle. You don't want to go too far over because it increases your chances of putting too much strain on your lower back, but we need to be bent over enough to where this isn't just strictly a delt movement, it's actually a back movement. So retract that shoulder blade, go ahead and row up, feel the contraction, and then once you do, slowly release back down. Again, that mind to muscle connection, so important. Without it, you will not get your workout. You'll feel nothing. All right, guys, so last movement of this workout is just our average, ordinary, everyday barbell chest presses. I don't know why I had to say it like that. Anyway, so chest presses are often done wrong. And I think it's because people don't really recognize the fact that they're not really pressing up using their pecs, they're using their shoulders. So some pointers for you guys. When you lay down, it is so important to retract your scapula to where that is what's touching the bench and your lower back is not. So really you should have 3 points of contact. Your scapula to the bench, your butt to the bench, and your feet to the floor. From there, you want to make sure that your grip is one that where you're think about your knuckles facing the sky, like you're punching the sky. With those 2 just simple tweaks, I promise you're going to feel this so much more in your pecs where you're supposed to. It's going to be harder. You may not be able to do as much weight, but that's okay. Again, form comes before weight. Weight is a privilege. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.